Hello, my amazing people. I greet you according to your time. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, kindly subscribe. Put on your notification bell to all notification. Is very, very important because it will enable you to know when we upload a new video. Here we react to all forms of videos. We educate, we inform the members of the public about what is happening. And to you, YouTube, I appreciate you for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information. At the same time, I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote violence, we do not promote hate speech, we do not promote misleading information. Rather, we are here to educate, inform the members of the public.
When the president was gallivanting all over the place, telling us he's a human rights fighter, he's a Democrat, this and that, deceiving everybody, that Jonathan is this, PDP is this. Did you people not believe him? Esther, hold on. Did you people not believe him? That time they went to Ojota, telling you that fuel subsidy is a scam, this and that. They lied to Nigerians, and the gullible Nigerians who took it to hook, line, and sinker. But some of us, we are wary. We said no. That is why most of them hate me, but I don't bother. All I'm saying, come and dispute what I'm saying. If you know you have a superior argument, come and challenge me and dispute what I'm saying. Because I've been consistent in this thing. And I thank God, nobody have found me wanting. In all my analysis, it has always come to pass. And that is why when they say when you are bitten by a snake, if you see the head of a lizard, won't you take off? Will you wait? You say, hey, they'll come again. So all these people that are claiming to be this and that, I had to look at them with one corner of my eyes, because they have not shown sincerity. They told us here how some of them have mansions in the US, their children are schooling in the best schools abroad and all that, and they are here, mobilizing the children of the poor here to be fighting with them and all that. You know, so all these things is something you have to be wary of, so that people will not just deceive you like they have always done and use you to shine. We don't want that. Esther, did you remember how the Igbos have been treated in Lagos here? Please, when did anybody come to their rescue and say, this one, no? Who condemned it? I mean, from the highest level of governance in this Lagos, who condemned it? Because you are telling me now what Nnamdi said and what he did not say. These other ones now, the one they said, who is talking about it? You can see. Who is talking about it? Was it not action that brings reaction? Who is talking about it? Nobody. Because we have accepted it because we are peaceful. Is that not why every riffraff has been insulting Igbos? Riffraffs. One was telling us here that if you don't vote, if you don't want to vote, you have to quit and all that. Can't you just imagine, Esther? He was not even talking about it. He said the Igbos. And we swallowed it without any reaction. Two of us. Who is talking about that, Esther? Nobody. But the one the Igbo man said is the one they will project. Have you seen hypocrisy here? Please, I am saying it authoritatively. If other tribe in Nigeria should behave like the Igbos, Nigeria will be like paradise. I'm not joking. If every other tribe were to behave like the Igbos in Nigeria, this place will be paradise.
All right, Barrister Darlington, the Senate President.
I beg, I just want you to take your time, listen to this video to the end. Then we'll just come back and talk about it. You see, since Sowore decided to take it upon himself to speak for the Igbos, or to do what the Igbo, he thinks what they are not, what they have not been able to do, and he wants to do it, and he wants to do it, and I want to see. So how I want to see the end of this whole thing. I want to see the end of this whole thing, and how, what you are going to achieve, or if just for you to, like, I don't know anyways, but we are watching now, we shall see. Yes, he want to say that if you could do this, you let the protest, and Nnamdi Kanu, they truly release Nnamdi Kanu just because of you, your protest. Kudos to you, will be fine. But if not, what happens? If not, what happened? That means, anyways, let me not say that. Let's go and watch the video. We'll come back and talk about it. But hey, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Be your guy, run out for me now. Subscribe. Let's listen to Barrister Darlington as he explains on this video.
what he said is different from whatever it is anybody said he did. He did not do whatever it is that he said. Do you understand the context I'm coming from? In reaction to that, this is how all these audio clips were coming out against him, and they were asking, how do you intend to let this man go? Bashir Ahmed has spoken out. Atiku Abubakar is saying, please, he should be released. And a lot of his cohorts have been saying, Atiku, you have no right to ask for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, that he's a terrorist. But we have seen how the Nigerian government deals with terrorists when they come for a peace meeting. The manner which they are petted, they come with weapons, disclose and tell the Nigerian government what they want, and they're allowed to go. So what's your take on this, objectively, Barrister Darlington?
Thank you, Esther. You see, I thank God you brought this thing up.
Okay.
Because when I was talking about those who want to embarrass the Igbos, that they are not doing anything concerning Nnamdi Kanu and all that, they should come out. You want to call them. And I'm telling you that, look, the situation of the Igbo man in Nigeria is peculiar. What others did and get away with it, if an Igbo man try it, he will go in. That's the true of us. Is that not a fact? What others will do and get away with it, if an Igbo man try it, is a very huge problem. What Carlos said, oh my God, is it what he said that is more important or what he did? You know, the most important thing is your action, not your utterances. Esther, if I come out here and argue with you, sir, I will kill you, you are this, you are that, call you all sorts of names, but I never touched you, I never beat you, I never ordered, I never did anything to harm you physically. Which one is better? Is it what I said to you or what I did that is more important here? Nnamdi Kanu and his utter was out of anger, and you are allowed to vent. All the things he said. Please, are you not aware that people have said words and carry it out? I mean, carry it out. And Nigeria is where it is today. These terrorists that are disturbing everybody from the north, are they Nnamdi Kanu boys? Was it Nnamdi Kanu that ordered them to do what they are doing? And why are they free?
Okay, Barrister, we're speaking about, I understand everything you're saying, because every other person too is joining voices with you. I just played you, this is just a bit of the clips. Of
whatever he said.
Now, the thing is, a couple of Southwesterners are now ascribing, they're saying that he was one who generated the hate, he was one who caused the imbroglio. The End SARS protest, that was something that a lot of Nigerians felt was now conveniently ascribed to be from a geographical location, that they were the ones that caused it. In fact, they said all the buses that were burnt at Saboing, with those new blue buses, they said that it was, the Igbos had burnt it. They even said that Tinubu's radio station, they ascribed it to that. But we saw a couple of thugs who were not of that geographic location who invaded the supposed peaceful protest that was carried out in 2020. But the thing is, does this exonerate some of the vituperations by Nnamdi Kanu? Because a lot of the recordings from the Biafra radio broadcast, all of this were played at the court, and they were dangerous rhetorics, and they said this were conversations that was meant to divide the polity, and that was not the right way to go, even if you're going for self-determination by creating unrest, riling the public, and creating tension, towards a certain ethnic group. So I need you to contextualize that with the call for his release, and the fact that the federal government's attitude to fairness, and how the spokespersons have been reacting to that.
Esther, when you consider even what your political leaders have done and said, you will now know that Nnamdi Kanu's outburst is like a child crying for help.
Do you think his outburst led to the killing of innocent people?
How can that be, Esther? Please, how can that be? Since Nnamdi Kanu was incarcerated, the insecurity have escalated tenfold. Is that not true? Was it the one? So what are you saying? Nnamdi Kanu was mainly venting. This is allowed. We are talking of those who are carrying gun. They are not even talking. They just enter a particular area, clear everybody. I mean, wipe out everybody, take over the place, rename it, and they are there now. All those ones, was it Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu does not even know those people. Was it Nnamdi Kanu that invited them into this country, Esther? You were here when Kawo Baleje told you how they brought terrorists into Nigeria. You were here when Erufai told you how he went to go and pay them money. I mean, this is on record. You were here when so many northern leaders have made statements, especially that of Tinubu's wife, where a certain Sheikh Tenshi said that they should kill her. That she's an infidel. Good. Please, was it Nnamdi Kanu that said all those? The people from the southwest, nobody even replied to him. Nobody said anything. Nobody, threatened the woman. I have been saying it here severally. Nobody have replied and say it's not true. So all those ones, was it done by Nnamdi Kanu, Esther? You can see. This is why I keep telling you that what an Igbo man does, and go in, people can do it and be walking the streets. But his utterances,
I just played it to you.
Esther,
his utterances,
leave all those utterances.
Are they not condemnable?
No, hold on. Hold on, I'm coming. those utterances would have make meaning if that utterances are the result of insecurity in Nigeria today. Yes, it would have made meaning to me. If those utterances are the reason for insecurity in Nigeria today, yes, I will condemn it here. But it is not so. So what are you saying? Yes, sir. If you compare what is going on in the southeast with what is going on in the north, in fact, that of southeast is like two fighting. I'm not joking. It's like two fighting. Compare with the level of insecurity in the north. I'm talking of where villages have been wiped out. And foreign terrorists are taking over the place. Benue, Plateau, Zamfara, all those places where terrorist leaders are holding court. Ababi is ascribing the killings in the southeast by brother killing brother. Now, would you come and ascribe that to religion when he was trying to defend the fact that the supposed jihadists are not necessarily killing Christians? They're indiscriminate in their killings. I don't agree. It's targeted. I don't agree. No, he said the situation in the southeast is not a Fulani agenda. There is a southeast that is the Igbos are killing themselves. So would you ascribe that to the fact that it is jihadists that are killing Christians there? Let them tell us who imported those people into the southeast. Let them tell us how Imo State became a theater of war. So you don't think that Nnamdi Kanu made a terrible mistake with those utterances, and supposedly the frail relationship that the Igbos have with the Nigerian government got worse after all of those utterances? It would have been so if his utterances is the reason for insecurity in Nigeria. Unfortunately, those utterances he made coincided with the time what was happening in Lagos at the time was happening. So would you blame them for ascribing that to all of the things and commands he was given? I will blame them if the Igbos have listened to that and took action. Abi? But I'm assuring you, no Igbo man was involved in those things. No Igbo man. All right, Barrister Darlington. Like I keep telling you, Esther, when you want to substantiate a criminal infraction, both the mental and the physical rear must be established. What he said, did he carry it out? Please, was it carried out by the Igbos? Yeah, there's no evidence to that effect. No evidence. But are you still not going to condemn those utterances because they were divisive and they were terrible at the time? Let us condemn the other ones too. That's what I'm saying. Don't select. Yes, okay. They are condemning Nnamdi Kanu. I agree. Have you condemned the other people? All right. So let's look at this from this perspective, Barrister. The Nigerian government has intelligence units, the Nigerian Intelligence Agency, the SSS, the DSS, okay? And within the police, they have a secret arm. Those who use, technology, all right, to drill. The cyber crime department. For the very first time, I never realized how active Nigerian technology cyber crime department is up until they utilized the Nigerian Intelligence Agency to gather information and trail Nnamdi Kanu up to Kenya, where he talks about how they planted certain things, invited him for a conference or so that had to do with fundraising or whatever, that led him to leave the confines of his comfortable space in London to come down to Kenya, and that was how what happened. Up to today, we don't know how the Nigerian government, in collaboration with the Kenyan government, extrajudiciously extradited him here. The Kenyan government said they were not aware of it. So I don't know how the Nigerian government used the private jet they used to bring him here. They were very active and meticulous. Why has such meticulous attributes not been applied in handling the case of insecurity in Nigeria? Esther, sincerely speaking, I will allow you to answer that question yourself. No, seriously, because if you want to go into details, I have told you here that what Nnamdi Kanu did or said is like a child's play compared to what these people are doing. It's like a child's play. But because he's an Igbo man, his own will be blown out of proportion. Yes. Has he already made worse comments than Nnamdi Kanu? I mean, Has he made worse comments than Nnamdi Kanu? Is that not a fact? The one that they are even begging him to remove the post he posted on X, concerning calling somebody a criminal, when no court have said so. But did he say anybody should take up arms and burn down, destroy, kill? Has he made such vituperations before? Esther, what Nnamdi Kanu said, he didn't carry it out. All right. Now, Shore is backing up and saying, you know what, we need to go protest. I call on the political gladiators in the southeast, the traditional leaders, elders of concern, to please let's join forces, march to the National Assembly and demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu or granting bail. It will not be nice for that man to stay in that custody and die, because the continued extension of his court appearance makes no sense, and that they're wasting taxpayers' money every day that he needs to come to court. All the affirmations approved to ensure that nothing breaches his security. I heard about almost 500 million every day he appears in court. I don't know how accurate that figure is, but imagine that all the time, and they feel it's a waste of the resources of the government of the day. In looking at it from that perspective, he spoke to Peter Obi, he reached out to Peter Obi, reached out to Senator Ayanaya Barbe, reached out to Atiku Abubakar. The idea is Atiku Abubakar's words will hold weight, and to be honest with you, it actually did. Now, the spokespersons of the administration have been reacting and called Atiku all forms of names. Bashir Ahmed condemned what he said. Larry Lainka called him a hypocrite because he is considered to have said that the killing of Deborah, which was wrong, he deleted it, and that he's a hypocrite. What's your take with that? Esther, I don't want anybody to use Nnamdi Kanu to gain political prominence.
You think Showore is doing that to gain political prominence?
Anybody.
But that's the person that is calling for the protest. So you're literally accusing that he's using that for political prominence.
You know why I say so? Before now, the Igbo leaders and Igbo people have done extensive job in releasing Nnamdi Kanu. It's on record. If nobody have done anything before now, we say, okay, maybe this one will wake them up. But we have done so much for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, which is on record. So why would anybody now come to jeopardize the effort that has been made? Because these things have been done behind closed doors. All the governors, all the Igbo lawmakers.
Well, they've been doing it behind closed doors and nothing is happening.
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Yes, who told you that?
Okay. Please tell us something that we don't know.
Al-Mustafa, the Abacha CSO, he was there throughout the 8 years of Obasanjo. Is that not true? With all the things that happened under his watch and Abacha. He was detained. And after 8 years and all that, he was released and he was not allowed to go. No prosecution, nothing. Is that not what happened? Sambo Dasuki, the same thing. Eventually, they were let go. Even Showore, did any Yoruba protest before Showore was released by the federal government? Please tell me. So why are they making all this noise?
But let me ask you, Barrister, Showore has been consistent about the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Talked about how he visited him in London, how they discussed all of this, how they looked at ways through which their calls will be heard, how to save the Southeast from the continuous segregation of the federal government. And he said they spoke healthily. I've never heard Showore actually say anything negative about Nnamdi Kanu, like he speaks about Peter Obi and the likes. So he has been consistent. So why would you adduce that this is for some political propaganda?
If you are respecting oh my God, if you are respecting me and you are not respecting my family, then you are not sincere. If you are respecting Nnamdi Kanu and you are disrespecting Peter Obi, you are not sincere. Because as of today, Peter Obi is the most prominent Igbo political leader on record. The popularity he has all over Nigeria is unprecedented in the history of the Igbo man. So if you cannot respect such a person, then what are you talking about? Tell me. Can you tell me once when Peter Obi talked about Showore in any manner? But you saw how many times Showore have embarrassed and insulted Peter Obi here. It's on record. What was the reason for that? Tell me. What was the reason for that? So because Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated, everybody now want to play the Messiah. Meanwhile, the people that have done the real work, nobody's even hearing their name. Nobody's hearing their name. So why would you now want to make a political capital? It's like when the Biafra war was being fought. Benjamin Adekunle, after fighting all the wars, Obasanjo went to Port Harcourt to collect the surrender flag from what's that Effiong, Abi? That second in command. From him, and he claimed that he was the one that defeated Biafra. These are the issues we are talking about. Look, the release of Nnamdi Kanu is imminent. Esther, quote me. Whether the federal government like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Because
do you think the call for these protests could be like a setup? Because I remember after the 2023 general elections, where a couple of Nigerians blamed Peter Obi for not taking advantage of the force of the obedient movement by staging a protest to say our mandate was stolen or that we were rigged out of it and all whatnot. Peter Obi said the blood of any Nigerian would not be on his head.
Yes.
He told them to be calm. They went to the court. Do you think this could be a means through which, if anything happens or anybody hijacks the process, they may not even look at Showore? There will be the fact that possibly because Peter Obi was there, that he's trying to cause unrest and destabilize the administration of President Bola Tinubu.
Exactly my point, Esther. Exactly my point. But the same people will turn around to blame you, Esther. We have seen it happen time and time again. The same people will come and tell you, why did you go and protest? Don't you know that Nigeria is already tense? Don't you see that a political solution is being sought? That Igbo leaders are talking and all that, you went to go and protest. Now look at the problem you are caused. They will be the one to unleash their agberos and their talks to infiltrate the protest and cause mayhem. Who will you blame, Esther? Who will you blame at that point? Is it not Igbo leaders and those who joined the protest? Is there anything that will show that if you go on this protest, that is the only time people will listen to you? No government want to act under pressure by anybody. No government. No matter how weak they are, no government will agree that it is you who pressurize them. It is you who force them to do whatever. Government normally want to do things on their own so that their integrity, their respect will remain intact. Showore's protests will not yield any fruit more than that of the Igbos have done. Esther, the Igbos have the capacity to release Nnamdi Kanu. quote me, the Igbos have the capacity to make Nnamdi Kanu come out of that place. We don't want any messiah who want to make a political capital out of it. We don't. Like I keep saying, his own release, was it called by a protest? So why won't the representations the Igbos have made cause the release of Nnamdi Kanu, if truly there is sincerity in it? Is it when they now go on protest and something happen and they continue where they stopped in 1967? No, tell me what particular fruit this thing will yield. Tell me. You want to go and mount pressure on a Tinubu? So that what will happen? By the way, why would they already be calling governor, sitting governor, to come and join him in protest? A sitting governor. Meanwhile, you don't want any councillorship anywhere in Nigeria. I mean councillorship. You are not calling a sitting governor to come and follow you. If you go this protest on your own with your people, what will happen? Did we stop you? Was there any person that said you should no, don't go? We didn't say you should not go, but to calling us out as if we don't know anything, we don't know our left from our right, as if we don't know what to do. It is only him who knows how to secure Nnamdi Kanu's release. That's why he's calling us. You do know the embarrassment this will cause after all the effort we have made over the years? No, tell me. I don't think that is the way to go, because himself, there was no protest before he was released. No protest. So what are you talking about? As a matter of fact, they will tell you that this matter is in court. Why did the Igbos go about doing all these things? They have started again. The matter is in court. Why not wait until the court to finish? Kiniko. The same people will blame you on social media. They will target Igbo protests. Meanwhile, Showore is leading the park. They won't remember him. They won't see him. We have passed through this road before start. Let nobody play on our intelligence again. Nnamdi Kanu will be released. From the effort the Igbos are making, he will be released.
You think it's just the Igbos?
I said.
What about those who are non-Igbos? Are you saying they're not putting effort to call?
That's what I'm telling you now. It doesn't require protest. It doesn't. It's a question of political solution, understanding. That's what I'm saying here. You don't need to go and bring out all the Igbo politicians and say they should come and follow you and go to us and do what? As a matter of fact, which governor, which lawmaker will follow you? And so when you don't go there, you say releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Then Tinubu say, okay, I've heard you. Yes, your protest is welcome. Don't worry, tomorrow I will release him. Is that what you're expecting? You know it will never happen. But when you use backdoor diplomacy so that you don't embarrass the government, that's what you are saying here. There is a way you will embarrass the government. They will feel uncomfortable and so no, we will not do this. So tomorrow another group will come and protest here and say we should release their son. The other day another one will come and protest and say we should release their son. And then if we say, they say, no, you don't do things like that. Because when he was released, like I keep saying, there was no protest. There was no protest. So please, if you want to go and do, let him go and do it with his people as he normally do.
All right, Barrister Darlington, the essence of this conversation is you can't criticize others if you don't criticize yourself. And on VOP, we try to present issues from an objective perspective. There are a couple of persons that may not approve of the reality being said. The fact that somebody is from your geographical location does not mean that when evil is out there, you don't call it out. If your brother does wrong, you don't. If you do it secretly, your brother may do it again because you did it secretly. But when you call it out, it doesn't occur again. And the Southeast, they're known for disgracing anyone who does evil. They don't cover it. They hide it. Exactly. They don't hide it, rather. They call it out as it is. It could be one of the reasons why they may not be liked by a couple of other people. Some other people will say, if somebody is your tribesman, take them inside and caution them. But outside, regardless of anything, don't tear him outside. Don't open his clothes outside. Protect him at all cost. But these kind of things breeds evil. Because if you cover evil up in secret and you don't expose it to sunlight, it will continue. Exactly. And so that's why I said we needed to look at things from a prism of objectivity. And that's the essence of playing out these tips so that we can understand where some people are grieved as to say, you know what, let the courts take due diligence. Look at all the things he has said. Some people think that the things he has said put that region in a terrible light. There are different perceptions to what transpired.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm coming, Barrister, because I want us to listen to Maxwell Okwara, Nnamdi Kanu's counsel. Let's take a listen to him about this.
The disaster that just left, I called himself president. I'm talking about President Muhammad Buhari. His own can be understandable. One, he's an illiterate. He was an illiterate. Two, he was a soldier that doesn't even know his left and right. My annoyance is the person that is leading us is a Democrat, whom I, Maxwell, worked as a student. Occupying Nigeria at Ojota. Everybody were hailing him. During the time of Nadeko, when he was there with the Woto project, we are looking at them as the people that say, when will this kind of people come and do this country? Now that you have entered, you've turned Nigeria upside down. Buhari told us that people were listening. We thought that he was joking. We are missing him. You have turned Nigeria upside down. He said somebody called you a criminal. And Wiki was saying, have you ever seen Trump? Go to America now and see how people are abusing their president.
I'm telling you.
For no just cause, not to talk about the president that have committed something.
Abi?
You watch his independent speech. Nothing to go home with. Nothing. So which means those who even prepare the speech for him don't even know the problem in Nigeria. You are there praising yourself. There was a tremendous development in our various local governments. So my own local government in the village, no road. Nobody's working there. The local government selected chairman is living in Owerri.
All right, so that's what Mark Topara is saying. As for local government development, is that not the responsibility of the state government? Is it not the governors that were meant to hold responsible if development is not taking place in communities? So what's the essence of electing governors if it is not their responsibility to do all of that?
Esther, you see, when people want to be clever, when people want to play on your intelligence, don't allow them.
Okay.
These issues he raised here is the same thing I'm talking about.
President Godswill Akpabio cautioned against framing Nigeria's security crisis along religious lines, insisting that terrorists and bandits target Nigerians indiscriminately regardless of their faith. He spoke at plenary in Abuja while he was contributing to a motion on alleged religious persecution of Christians in Nigeria, which followed a debate on reports that some foreign governments were considering sanctions against the country over claims of religious intolerance. And the Senate President said portraying terrorism as a conflict between Christians and Muslims was misleading and only served to deepen divisions amongst Nigerians. Barrister, sir, in light of this, Nigerians have come with different contexts to what the Senate President said. Fox News reported this yesterday. They also reported it today. It has gone into their mainstream media. They interviewed Senator Ted Cruz and Senator Riley Moore, who shed more light as to why they are calling for imposition of sanctions on Nigerian politicians, because they think that their silence is aiding and abetting the killings on Christians in Nigeria. The thing is, as at now, insecurity is not looking at anyone's tribe or religion. It cuts across. But in time past, it had looked that way. Christians were literally killed, churches burnt, okay, people massacred. And if you had been following the conversation on this platform for the past couple of days, when this gained momentum, I remember telling you about a bishop in Benue State who went to the UK Parliament to give details of what was going on in Benue. They're literally going through existential crisis, and he gave pictures and videos of all the attack that took place. Barrister Darlington, my issue is this. Recently, there was simultaneous attacks in Benue, in Jos Plateau State. You recall that while they were even burying their dead, another attack happened.
Yes.
Now, the recent one is Kogi and Kwara. It's happening daily. Like, the brazenness of the situation is what is alarming. The Senate never called for an emergency meeting or a closed door meeting to discuss this. On social media, Nigerian youths were calling the government of the day. It got so bad that there was 130 petitions by different Yoruba groups saying that they wanted to leave Nigeria, that this killings has gotten too much by this element. And they were referring to the Yorubas in Kwara State, that they needed them to be set free from the hands of these guys. What I'm saying is that the Senate kept quiet. Some of the legislators, House of Rep members, called the atrocity out, especially those that their communities were hugely affected. They cried based on the report they revealed, but we did not hear anything decisive from them. So it now took the sanction that was going to be imposed, or the fear of the sanctions to be imposed on the politicians, for the people who are meant to speak to start speaking. The worst part is this. Godswill Akpabio said this. I need you to understand where I'm coming from. He said, allowing foreign narratives, especially from Western countries, to define Nigeria's security realities is wrong. He's proposing sending a delegation of lawmakers to the US to engage with American parliamentarians and educate them on the true nature of the country's challenges. He said, when we go into executive session, now they're going into executive session, we can decide to set up a small ad hoc committee to go to the United States of America and engage their colleague parliamentarians there. That if you see what these people are doing, most of them are outsiders. Some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story. He's referring to the Benue bishop who went there earlier in March. And at the end, it will not look as if only Christians are being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. And that misrepresentation abroad could lead to sanctions that would harm all Nigerians. What is happening in the United States is of concern to Nigeria. If it's of concern to the Christians, it's of concern to the Muslims, because the moment they bring sanctions will breed poverty. And poverty knows no religion. Can you recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reported to the United States of American president by saying that we don't need your aid, we don't need your grant, we've made more money from non-oil proceeds. How will the sanctions aid poverty in Nigeria? And who would be mostly affected if there are sanctions?
Esther, don't mind Akpabio, they are G3. The sanction that is coming is not going to be imposed on all Nigerians. It's going to be targeted on political leaders who look the other side while Christians are being massacred. Yes. It's going to be a targeted sanction, and that is what they are afraid of. All the political leaders in Nigeria who look the other side when these things are going on, they are the ones. After all, they know them, they know their details, they know the role they are playing. So you cannot hoodwink America when it comes to insecurity. They know what is going on. They know, and we have been saying it here. If you say that other tribes are other religions, how many of them? Those ones are what I call collateral damage. Benue and Plateau are crying out today that some of their communities have been taken over. Is it a fact? Okay, tell me, these other core Hausa Fulani states that are suffering this type of thing. Esther, in Kano State, did you hear that terrorists have taken over part of Kano? They have sacked all the villagers, renamed the place, and take it over. In Sokoto, do you hear such a story? I mean, all the core Hausa Fulani states in the north, Katsina. So, what are you telling me here? Why is it prevalent in all the Christian states, especially Plateau and Benue, since the time of Buhari, consistently? Even in Southern Kaduna, where you have predominantly Christians, you saw what happened under Erufai. All those facts, you mean the international community, they are not seeing it. You forgot that they have embassies in Nigeria, and they have a commercial section where they read all our papers and monitor all the things that are going on here. So which ad hoc arrangement are you going to make that they are not aware of? You are wasting your time. They are aware. They know what is happening here. Even all this thing that is very selective. How the terrorists are pampered because of their religion? How about that? The Mieti Allah leader that was released all of a sudden, in spite of what he did, Inko? No, those ones are not facts, Abi. Okay, have you treated the Christians who are equally agitated in the same manner? Sunday Boho is still on exile. He can't come home because DSS are still waiting for him.
Well, he's been asking for the president to wait into it.
But has it been done? He's still on exile. He's still on exile. So what are you telling me? Meanwhile, these guys are here walking about with AK-47, all because of their religious leaning. Northern leaders are aware. They know what they have done, and they are not apologetical about it. What Sheikh Gumi have been doing and say is well known to everybody in Nigeria. Let any other Christian go and do the same thing and see what will happen. You went to go and talk with bandits in the bush. Let one Igbo man go and discuss with IPOB leaders anywhere they are, and then let us see what will happen to that man. So you can see what we are talking about. The facts are there. It's just that the federal government of Nigeria want to deny the truth. Okay, the 400 names they gave you, if they are Christian names, will you still hide it? Esther. Oh, so what are you trying to tell?
So you're saying they're deliberately hiding those names?
Very, very deliberate. When Tinubu told you we will continue where Buhari stuff,
that was a political statement.
It was not because
in the same breath they said they inherited a terrible economy.
Leave all those ones. He's acting out what he said. That is where I now believe him. If not, why is he pampering the terrorists? Esther, can you explain one single reason why Tinubu is pampering the terrorists? Has he been very blunt with them? Except making statement that he know that he is not even ready to enforce. How many times have you given marching order that is of no effect? Yet he left the military chiefs there. Donald Trump will give you order and he didn't see result, and you are still in office. You know it cannot happen. You know it will never happen. So why is it different in Nigeria? And you have a Muslim ticket too. So what is the benefit of all these things? Meanwhile, terrorists are increasing in number. More are coming into Nigeria. All because of what? Religious sentiments. Didn't you see what happened when the Lukarawas came? They say they accepted them as their brother. Oh. Is that not one of the statements that was made when they entered Sokoto? They said they accepted them as their brother. Brother in faith, Abi. My dear, they should start deceiving themselves. I don't like it when people want to play pranks on me. I don't like it. Either that know the truth, they don't want to say it. You know all the statements northern Muslim leaders have made concerning this insecurity. Does it show you that they are very serious about it? When Jonathan wanted to wipe them out, Esther, what happened? Did they not start writing petition all over the world that Jonathan want to retaliate what they did to Igbos during the war? Yeah. All of a sudden, Nigerians have forgotten all these things. They are forgotten. Meanwhile, the whole world is taking note. And when we now raise it up, you say there is nothing like that. So until they wipe out everybody, Abi, those people that are occupying Benue villages and the Plateau villages, who are they?
Not just Benue villages,
are they Christians?
They are everywhere.
So at least everywhere. It is more prevalent in those two states. Those two states. This one is villages. This one you can say, okay, they are in the bushes and all that, but villages. Those people, are they Christians? That is the question you should be asking.
All right, Barrister, we'll take a very short break. Occasions, if you attend that platform, specifically, it's Politics Today program. It's the very used to mentioning Peter Obi. It's not wrong. Peter Obi is always in the news. Now, you could hear she wanting to infuse, possibly to get a reaction from Orji Uzor-Kalu. That is not the first time Orji Uzor-Kalu has appeared on that channel, and the question about Peter Obi was posed to him. Orji Uzor-Kalu always refuses to respond. He has said Peter Obi is his brother, but that he belongs to the APC, he will work for the APC. He will not run down his brother to scotchy political points. You could hear him categorically state, drop this conversation. Let's look at other issues. Let's discuss other issues. The anchor kept infusing Peter Obi to get something out of him. And then he said, you know what? You're saying Peter Obi is the leader. No, he's not the leader. I'm the leader. I'm the leader there. And if you want us to say anything together, let him be in front of me. But there have been different reactions to what Orji Uzor-Kalu said. I don't know if some people listened or watched that interview. What's your purview with what you have heard?
Now, if you look at that interview, the anchor was trying to pitch Orji Uzor-Kalu and Peter Obi. And these are two Igbo sons. But the reaction of Orji Uzor-Kalu is what brought the opprobrium against him.
What's the reaction?
The reaction is that he didn't do well as a governor of Abia State.
Okay.
He's on record. And so saying that he's the most whatever, people say no, it can't be. Yeah, are you getting it? It is the reaction of the people that we are talking about here when he made that statement. They said no, you can't be because you didn't do well in Abia. That is even me in the morning when I was analyzing for a committee, I said it. That you don't say such a thing when people have already chosen the person they want to follow. You didn't do well in Abia. Your record is still there. And that is what we keep telling people that look, whatever you do today, the record will be waiting for you tomorrow. That is who we are, Esther. Maybe I've been saying it. 90% of the time, Nigerians don't understand the real Igbo man, the way we behave and think and talk. It's in our blood. When a Kuremado happened here, Esther, you saw how the Igbos came against him. Is that not true? Even when he wanted to be Senate president, you saw how we on this platform. I led the pack. I said no, you can't be Senate president since you believe that Igbo man cannot be president. You cannot be Senate president, and that is who we are. Nobody will come. Hey, is your brother now? This and that.
All right, Barrister, I was open the phone lines. Finally, Governor Peter Mbra of Enugu State is set to join the All Progressives Congress following the dissolution.
I pray that some of the things I said here, somebody will recall it maybe next year or before the election. I told you here that the opposition are very relaxed. They are not doing the work of opposition because there are many political capital they would have made out of what is going on in Nigeria today. But they are not doing that. Imagine if the opposition were to gather. This thing that they want to go and do protest within Nnamdi and all that, if it's a personalized issue. What happened to opposition coming together in mass from north to south, west and east? We now know that yes, it is not a regional or tribal thing. Come out and say, look, this thing that APC is doing, they want to destroy democracy. Go there and seek for electoral reform. Go there and say that no, you will not appoint a next chairman from somebody who is from your tribe and all that.
Well, the new next chairman is from North Central.
Exactly.
So he's not a Yoruba, he's not an Igbo man.
No. That name is still a Yoruba because Yorubas are more populated in Kogi and Kwara.
Yes. North Central.
What is the name?
North Central.
What is the name?
He's from
what is the name? Yoruba people are in Kogi. Yoruba people are in Kogi.
It's not a tribal thing.
No, what are you telling me?
It's not a tribal thing.
I said, listen. Who are the people that made
the thing is nobody from the North Central zone has emerged as INEC.
Are you serious? Yes. So the nobody there. If you want to appoint somebody from Kogi, must it be somebody that's bearing that name?
Okay, so would you have been happy if it was Nnamdi, Professor Nnamdi? Would you have loved it? If
I said I was even saying that the woman that's there, that Agbamuche Mbu, should have been retained.
Oh really?
Yes.
But Agbamuche is along with Mahmoud Yakub, and they were in the same.
No. Why did they just leave her there for 2 days? 2 days temporary office. 2 days. Esther, 2 days. What an embarrassment. 2 days, you now replace her.
Barrister, she was acting
for 2 days. Are you laughing? They just want. You see, no. Do you know that INEC chairman was supposed to hold on, Esther? Do you know that this Yakub was supposed to retire 9th of November? Immediately the Anambra election is over. Are you aware? What was the hurry, Esther? What was the hurry to let Yakubu go? Look, there are many things the opposition are not doing. Seriously, I'm not joking. There are many things they are not doing, and that is why this government have found it so convenient to do whatever they like. These are things they should be raising. Let the international community hear it. Make too much noise about it, because that was what APC did when they were in opposition.
Let me ask you a question.
They are not doing it.
If you would have preferred for Agbamuche to have been retained,
of course,
or Professor Nnamdi, would you? Is that what you're?
No.
Okay.
Agbamuche, because one, she's experienced.
Okay.
She's a member of that body.
Okay.
She knows the inner workings. She knows the problem of INEC. And she's the only person who have risen to that height after Yakubu.
But you don't think that she was part of the system?
No,
she was part of the group of persons with what happened in 2023 with all of the allegations. You're not looking at that.
No. I mean, she has an impeccable record.
Impeccable record?
Yes, impeccable. Impeccable, yes. What they were trying to, bring up her profile, and nobody said anything against her. All the things that happened there was under Yakubu. And now this woman with her record, impeccable record, well qualified, experience. Why can't they return at least she's from Delta? What is wrong? And nobody from Delta is contesting election now. Is that not the property under the federal character principle? Are you not supposed to follow it?
So you don't think that Professor Amopiton would do well? You don't think that he has a capacity? He has an impeccable record too.
Amopiton is a Yoruba man in flesh and blood.
Amopiton. It's not Amopiton.
Amopiton. I don't know.
Thank you so much for sticking to this video to the end. Like I said before, now it's time for us to go to the comment section to air our mind and our opinion. Say what you think about this video and this platform. Do it constructively. Share this video, like, subscribe, and also continue to watch Linda's TV show, because this is the home of news. Until I see you again in my next video, remain blessed. For now, I would say bye-bye.